What's up, guys? Okay, well, I did this video back, I want to say it was early September of 2025, and this is the North Carolina Surrey County Board of Elections Chair, James Yoakley Jr., and this took place in New Hanover County, which is in Wilmington, North Carolina, but his main residence is in Surrey County, North Carolina. And I would like to note that he is well known in Surrey County and New Hanover County for obvious reasons. I mean, he is the Board of Elections chair, and at this point he had some charges for putting drugs in his step-granddaughter, who was 16, and her friend, who was 15's Dairy Queen Blizzard. And he was charged with 2 counts of contaminating food and drink, 1 count of felony possession of a Schedule I substance, and he was charged with felony child abuse. So there's been an update to the case. We're going to see what is happening with Mr. James Yoakley Jr. We're going to get a little backstory on it. This is the video I put up. We're going to get a backstory on it from this. This is a 20-minute video. We're not going to watch all that. We're going to watch just enough for you to see the lieutenant. He's going to explain kind of how we got here. And he's going to take a couple questions.
Take a look at your screen. Content partners in that area.
Also, I'd like to note, like 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button. It's free.
Yes, a North Carolina County Elections chair is accused of putting cocaine and MDMA in his granddaughter's ice cream. A lot to discuss and a very odd story we are heading to. Viewer discretion is advised. I do want to share the very latest from law enforcement.
As you know, I'm going to correct the date. It doesn't change anything with the case. In the initial release I put out August 8th, an officer was flagged down at the sheet.
Also, he's going to act like he doesn't really know a lot and that he doesn't really know Yoakley. He's a lieutenant in the police department. He knows exactly who Yoakley is. Has ties to police departments. I'm just saying, he's a Board of Elections chair. Not many people in the police department that Yoakley doesn't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
At the corner of Shipyard Boulevard and Independence. It was actually August 3rd, so that's my mistake. But on August 3rd, a patrol officer was flagged down at the Sheetz gas station at the corner of Shipyard Boulevard and Independence, and was advised that 2 teenage girls had located some pills in their blizzards, which is, as you probably know, is an ice cream product you can get from Dairy Queen. There were paramedics that were already there at the Sheetz. They weren't specifically called for this incident.
Also, I'd like to note, Wilmington, that's one of my old stomping grounds. Used to run EMS back there out in the day. Back in the day.
In fact, that's actually why we believe that they stopped there. The paramedics checked them out. It did not appear that the juveniles had ingested any of the foreign substances that were located in their ice creams. The officer confiscated the pills. A presumptive field test was conducted on those pills. We'll talk about that here in a little bit too if you have questions. The field test is presumptive in nature. Okay, it's not a laboratory test. That comes later. That is in progress right now as we speak. Based on the presumptive test and the totality of everything going on, safe to say one thing led to another. Report was taken. That report was forwarded up to our criminal investigations division.
Doesn't he seem a little uncomfortable talking about this? If it was you, he would not be uncomfortable at all.
Which any report that has follow-up factors is forwarded up to them. A detective began investigating the case. Obviously, that involves going to the scene of the crime, talking to those involved. During that investigation, surveillance video was discovered and handed over to the Wilmington Police Department that clearly shows Mr. Yoakley placing the pills in the ice cream. Based on that, other things discovered in the investigation, that detective pursued charges against Mr. Yoakley. It was on the 26th that he came to the police station and was taken into custody and those warrants that have been taken out and were served. And then he was transported to the jail, the New Hanover County Detention Center. He was given a $100,000 secured bond by a magistrate and was able to post bond and is currently out on bail right now. That's kind of where we're at right now. I think most of that information is probably already known. I know various outlets have obtained court paperwork through the clerk's office as public record and gleaned other information there. So if there are any questions you guys have, I'll try to answer them, and I also have my help over here that can potentially answer or clarify anything that you may be curious about. I'll open it up.
I think I probably know the answer, but will you guys be releasing that footage?
No, we're not going to release it. The case has to go to court, and once it goes to court and is presented as evidence, and the case is adjudicated, there's a potential then. But no, we won't be releasing it prior.
Have you guys found exactly where Yoakley got the pills from?
Don't believe so. Like the source? No. No.
Are you all able to say what type of narcotics were found?
Kevin, do you want to kind of...
The pills that were received...
Come on up here so they can...
No, it's fine.
It's going to be hard to hear people that are asking questions and answering questions.
The pills that were received that night were tested in a field test, which is not conclusive. It just gives the officer an idea of what we could be dealing with.
See, it sounds like in these statements that they're making, they're trying to give Yoakley an out.
Especially for narcotics or poison or anything like that. So the presumptive test showed that it had the same compounds as other drugs. It may very well not be those drugs when it comes back from the lab. So that's
It may very well not be those drugs when it comes back to the lab, from the lab.
where we are right now. So for us to say it's not absolute as to what it was, it definitely was a pill.
They finally found microphones for people asking questions.
Because it was wet, the markings weren't readable. So, we're not going to jump to conclusions. We only listed the type of...
If this was you, they'd be jumping to all kinds of conclusions. They would get their exercise jumping to conclusions.
drugs that were, I think, released in the warrant because that's what they tested for in the street, but it may turn out to be something else.
So the street field tests basically are designed to test for compounds that make up illegal narcotics or narcotics in general. So it indicates the compounds, the chemical compounds are there. So there's no question, we're talking about drugs here.
There's no question we're talking about drugs.
It's just getting to the point where it's isolated, identified.
They were saying cocaine and MDMA initially is what the drugs were.
Exactly what drugs are there. That's in progress right now with the lab.
Would it have been a lethal dose?
Hard to say. I not being a medical professional and not knowing specifics, how different folks metabolize things, I really can't say whether it would be lethal or not. There was not a huge amount, and I know that's kind of a broad term there, but yeah, it wasn't. We're talking one pill per container. So, and I don't know what the milligram.
Also, I'd like to note that Yoakley told them that the employees at Dairy Queen put the pills in there, and then they checked the video and saw that he was the one that did it.
Grams come up to be or anything like that. Again, a lot of that stuff's going to depend on the lab findings.
Just to confirm something you said earlier, you said you believe Mr. Yoakley stopped at Sheets because paramedics were already present there?
I believe so. So I believe the young ladies that are involved in this case, when they discovered the pills, they became very concerned and emotional. And I believe the 16-year-old involved was driving. And right now it looks like that due to concerns, fear, panic, if you will, made the decision to pull in there. So we think that decision was probably made by the juveniles to go to the gas station since they saw an ambulance or paramedic vehicle there.
So if Yoakley is from Surrey County, do you all know why he was out here in Wilmington?
We believe he has a residence here. Yeah, so I don't know about his residential status in Surrey County.
He does. He knows all that.
But we do know he's a resident of New Hanover, or he is a resident of New Hanover County as well.
We had heard he's got a bit of a criminal history. Can y'all elaborate on that?
I'm actually not familiar. I haven't run his criminal history. I'm not familiar with that.
Have you spoken?
He's not familiar with his criminal history. Okay, that's all this we're going to watch, because they're just going to have more questions that he can't answer. If it was you, they would know all about your criminal history. So they saw the paramedic truck. They pulled in. The paramedics contacted law enforcement. Law enforcement showed up, took possession of the drugs, did a field test, came back presumptive for cocaine and MDMA. So what is going on with Yoakley now? Well, this.
Well, new at 6, it's been nearly 5 months since a man was accused of trying to drug 2 teenagers Dairy Queen blizzards. Well, tonight, 3 of the 4 charges against him have been dropped. Wilmington police charged James Yoakley Jr. for allegedly putting pills in his 16-year-old step-granddaughter's and her 15-year-old friend's ice cream back in August. WPD claimed security footage that showed Yoakley putting 2 pills into the desserts. And arrest records allege that the pills were field tested and came back positive for MDMA and cocaine. Yoakley was charged with drug possession and contaminating food with a controlled substance, but new court documents filed
2 counts of contaminating food and drink with a controlled substance, and felony possession of a Schedule 1 narcotic. 3. They dropped all those counts.
just last week.
But he was charged with felony child abuse. So I'm confused about how he's charged with felony child abuse if these were dropped. What was the drugs that were in there?
State the 3 drug charges were dismissed due to insufficient evidence after lab testing confirmed the pills were not a controlled substance.
What were they?
The district attorney's office says the felony child abuse charge against Yoakley is still pending.
Still pending, yes. No comments. Of course there's no comments. So, what were the drugs? Let's see if we can figure that one out.
Happening now in the WRAL Live Center. You may recall seeing this man in some of our reporting earlier this year, James Yoakley Jr., new into our newsroom. We've learned that several charges in a case against him have been dropped.
All the drug charges were dropped. What was in the blizzard?
You may remember he was originally charged with drugging 2 teens by putting pills in their Dairy Queen blizzards. One of those teens was allegedly his 16-year-old step-granddaughter. The other was a friend of hers. Now, 3 of the 4 charges were dropped because of insufficient evidence. Right now, he is still facing a felony child abuse charge. Happening now in the
No comments. This was only a day or 2 ago. Anyway, that's where we're at with this one. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Also, again, like 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button. It's free. Let me know what you think about this one, and I'm out.